Welcome to another episode of Crown and Cask. Today we are doing a review on barrel strength bourbons. So I looked around what I usually would have a dram of, and I think these are the two more high few available and talked about bourbons. So I thought I'd give it a review because I don't know which one I actually prefer more, to be honest. So great chance for a review. So we have here Craig small batch barrel proof. This is batch number C917. So what I learned is that C is just what release number it is. So third release of September of 2017. So this is an old one here. Craig proof is 131. And then we have Old Forrester single barrel strength. This is actually a harder bottle to find, and this is actually a barrel pick. So usually with these small, this single barrel strength, you could do a pick where you buy the whole barrel. And this is part of one of a group pick. So you could say it might be a little bit biased, but I think it's a good review. This is Warehouse K 403, 63.5%. So there it is. So I'll pour some. I did not notice this from 2017. So this is very old and open old. And it still hasn't lost any, it doesn't, I had a little bit tasting just to prepare for the shoot today as being better content and being more organized. And I didn't notice it was open for a while. So let's start with it. So Elijah Craig, a little fun fact that I learned, I kind of did some, background and stuff. So Elijah Craig was originally a Baptist preacher, and what he did, he's the first distiller to age whiskey in new char oak barrel. So I guess that's why he got the name of father of whiskey, or father of bourbon exactly. So that's an interesting fun fact. So I'll go with Logic Craig. Let's see which one's lower proof first. Let me see, 65. Well, actually, this is higher proof. So since I went with that, you know what? Let me go with this first. So I'll nose it, taste it. I did have some last night just to prepare, but I didn't come up with a score or answer which one I would like more. Originally, usually when I have it at a bar, they're both great. I never come to say, okay, which one is better? It's just kind of whatever is in the mood. So first the nose, a lot of caramel, and I guess what you get immediately is toasted banana bread, fruit, like orange fruit, and sweet, very ripe apple. And what I also noticed, you get a little bit of a funk. So overall, very light nose. So I'll do that. Let it open up a little bit. I'll talk a little bit about Old Forrester. So Old Forrester was actually the founder was a pharmaceutical salesman. So that I thought that was a little fun fact. The first bourbon that he produced was from 1870, and back in the day, he used to sign his name on the bottles for authenticity and as a brand. So I thought that was a cool item. As you can see, in the last 5-7 years, there've been a lot of new ranges that have been coming out, like the 1910 and stuff like that, 1920. So that's little fun fact I thought I'd share. So they originally put the bottles, barreled the bottles as 90 proof and later to 100 proof when the Bottle of Bond Act came out. Okay, so notes on this: immediately brown sugar, musky oak, vanilla. And what you get underneath all that is very dark cherry. And I don't get a lot of cherry with bourbons. I think the last time I got cherry was in the 1792 Food Proof bourbon. A little bit of a cough syrupy nose. So off the back, a little bit deeper, heavier nose. So I'm going back to the first. Super floral. Like almost like an ocean breeze, very warm. It's spring in a glass, I would say floral. Very light. Caramel and floral versus brown sugar, and I would say musky oak. Not like I ever know it's musky oak, but it's kind of that musky and a touch of cinnamon. Okay. Let me go for a taste. Let me just cleanse my palate. Whew. The ABV is definitely there. Not in the bad way. You expect something like this when you buy Baron. This is kind of what you want. Not a bad bite. Very light. I just want to let me take a second sip before I talk. I do have some notes written down, but not doing it live again. I just want to confirm my notes. A lot of vanilla. Like wow. Vanilla, butterscotch, and then hits you with the black pepper on the finish. I say short to medium finish. I would say vanilla, like vanilla extract that I would use to bake me pancakes with. Then I get that sweetness, and then that pepper, that spice hits you. Overall, very good. And just for you to notice, I did not notice either. This is actually a 12-year bourbon as advertised on the website. I actually went on the website. It's 12 year. I don't know why they don't write it on here. They call it uncut, straight from the barrel. So again, each bottle would taste differently from each barrel to barrel, but I guess that's what's the fun of it, right? That's why, it's like kind of like wines, right? Every year, every cask is different. And that's why a lot of people buy a lot of these Elijah Craig songs. They see a new batch and they taste it, and you always have a favorites. This won a few awards actually. Let me look at the notes on the awards that they won. Just give me a second. So I have a note here, and I actually remember this in 2017. Is this 2017? Yes, this is 2000. I wonder if it's the same batch. And I remember, so it won Whiskey of the Year from Whiskey Advocate in 2017. And I doubt this is the batch, but wow, I got a 2017 bottle. It won #2 American whiskey from wine enthusiasts from 2019. And then also double gold in the San Francisco World Spirits in 2017. It was scored 95 points by Ultimate Spirits Challenge. So I name a few. If you go on the website, they list like a dozen, which is good marketing. But I remember when 2017, this bottle was named Whiskey of the Year. You couldn't find them on the shelves anymore. And this MSRP, 60 bucks if you could find it. I think now it's a little bit more, 80 if you get your hands on a reasonable store. I do see it on shelves from time to time. So back to it. Okay, so let me try this. Old Forrester single barrel. I actually really like the 1920 line. I think it's super underrated. Not that I'm reviewing it right now, but easy to find bottle. Good price, but again, I'm getting a lot of dark cherries now. Okay, let's go for a dram. Wow, totally different bourbons, right? And it shows like each place makes it, differently. I'm thinking this is a good for a camping night out, and the reason why I say that, it's very smoky. Get a lot of fire pit in it. It's a lot hotter yesterday when I tasted it. I think it kind of subdued. I'm not sure why. Maybe just my palate because I'm drinking another bear poop in front of it. Smoke. Smoky and brown sugar, a lot of brown sugar. A little oak that you don't get on this. I guess you get a little bit of, but I get more oak on this for some reason. This is a no non-age statement. They don't say a year. I think on the website it says at least 4 years. It has to be older than that though. I don't have an age on it. But the recipe, let me share with you. This is 78% corn, 12% barley, and 10% rye. This is 72% corn, so less corn, more rye, 18%, so 6% more rye, and then 10. So I don't know, you can tell the difference, but I guess that's why you get the more of the heat, more rye, maybe more spice, 6% more. So while I'm tasting this, in my mind, my back is like, which one do I like more? I know this is the reason why we doing these reviews. And it's a hard one again. These are very two well-respected bottles again. This is more elegant. This is more bang. This reminds me of the Stag Junior. The heat is just there, overpowering. This is not something you want to start your night with, So this is kind of lighter, more floral. This is, you can have this as a first dram, even though it's high proof. This just kills the alcohol, even though it has less. Maybe because maybe this bottle's a little bit more empty, but yeah. So, which one would I like more? Again, I feel like I'm rushing this. Alright, how about let me do the nose, which one I like more? Maybe that's... It's a hard one. They're just so different. This one's more unique. That cherry note, you could sit here all day and nose it. Maybe because I'm a little biased because I can't eat cherries. I'm a little bit allergic to them. I'm gonna give the nose to Elijah Craig. Only because I think it's more complex, more elegant, a little easier. But not that this is bad. I think this, you kind of have to try harder to pick up the cherry. The brown sugar just overwhelms the nose, and brown sugar is good, you know, but that's, I give a slight edge to Elijah Craig, not to the taste. Man, I can still feel the finish from the sips I had before. So it's a little, you know, I've been working on video, audio. Hope you see a slight improvement even on editing. And now I'm focusing on delivering better content. So I hope you guys enjoy, and ladies, enjoy these videos. It's some fun for me to make them as a hobby. Dang, a lot of vanilla. And I would say it's like 80–90% vanilla. Vanilla, then hits you boom with black pepper, a little bit of spice. Just give me, I'm just gonna wait a couple of seconds. Just cleanse my palate a little bit. Let me see the color. The legs are definitely thicker on this. I don't know if you can see on the camera. You can see the legs just sitting there. While here, the legs just kind of barely any. And I would expect, and it can show that this is more age, I would expect. Just a little interesting fact. Color, it's not really fair because it's not equal, but this is a bit darker, a shade darker. Okay, for the taste, deeper nose, which I said. Brown sugar, a very dark cherry. The cherry is driving now. Before you have to kind of hint for it, and now that I detected it or something, I could taste it like 50% there of the overall profile. Bigger bite though. Ooh, the burn is harder. So when I was tasting midway, I'm pretty sure I was gonna pick Old Forrester. That's my favorite pick. But then I don't think it's as balanced as Elijah Craig. Now I'm drinking it, continuing drinking it. You know, I thought it was a little bit more bold, the Old Forrester. But the alcohol is really, it's taking some points off the bite. The bite is much harder, much harder. And the reason I can say that is, I know right now I can't have a sip of that because I wouldn't taste, I can't, it just, my palate is just, for lack of a word, exhausted. And the dryness is coming through after I'm drinking Old Forester. So with that being said, I'm gonna make a decision. Elijah Craig over Old Forester. Wow, I didn't think I'd do that either. You know, I thought I was gonna like the nose better on Elijah Craig, but pick the Old Forester on tasting. But it's funny. And I guess this, you know, if the 12 years age is true, it shows the importance of age. I wish they, you know, share what age this is. It doesn't. It does not. It's good. It's great. This is more expensive too. This is at the lowest I could see it's like $80, and that's tough. It's really like 90. This is 60, 80, 85, depending on some store. So this is a better value. And you get more for your bang of buck. It's more elegant, it's more complex, it's more refined. You know? Wow. I did not. It was interesting to do these. And the reason why I like to do this review, because I never sit down and say, okay, which one I really like better. I never, oh, okay, maybe I like them both. I never really dive deep and say, okay, what is the winner on the nose and taste. So this is a learning education for myself to keep notes. And then hopefully I keep notes of the bottles I have. I do have another Old Forester single barrel that I got, but it was not for my group pick, it's for my store pick. So I thought the group pick would be probably a better pick. Not to say store picks does bad things, but I think what I hear is, you know, a lot of stores, they just buy the barrel, even, you know, and put the sticker on and it sells. So they don't even do the pick. They just randomly get that. True or not, I don't know. I'm a minority. I know a lot of stores picks that do that. They have people that really seriously, you know, does the picks. But from a business perspective, getting a single barrel is so hard that I don't think ever they would say no to. So they would pick it anyway, and because it would sell. So I think groups, like I know certain groups are more selective. In my groups, that they wouldn't buy it if it tastes bad, because then the whole group would be, you know, you get all that. Oh, it's a terrible, you know, you should pick the other one, whatever. So, you know, just because I know the people in the picks or kind of know of them, I respect their opinion more, depending on what store you go to. But that's my spiel. So that's why I pick one of this Old Forester to pick over another bottle I have, which is, let me look it up. This is a big store, so I'm not gonna name it, but let me see if the proof is about the same. This is actually a high proof, 64.7%. So let me see the back, because the other one had a sticker. After the repeal of the prohibition, my grandfather, George Garvin Brown, developed a single barrel specifically for bourbon aficionados. I guess that's could be us, all of us watching. It was the first single barrel for sale since the Patches of Bond and Bottle in 1897. Today we honor the legacy of the first. That Old Forester began in 1870 with this unfiltered barrel strength offering and no age. Now, I don't mind it being a young age. I buy a lot of stuff that's young. I just like to know. Just let us know. There's no secret. People still buy it. So put your age out. Oh, Forrester, you're watching this video. Put an age statement on it. Why not? Let's educate your consumers. So now it's just a lot more flow. So let me give it a score. Wow, this is hard too. Score. There's not much left. You guys gonna hate me on the score. People is gonna criticize me on the score. But only because it's so loved. And now that I'm putting a score on it, I thought I would score it higher. 84. Elijah Craig, 84. It's there, it's good. I think we kind of put it on a high pedestal too much now because, and this is from 2017. This is old. This is before they removed the 12-year age statement in Elijah Craig 12. Something to think about. So, well, I said 84, right? Oof. So I gave this an 84, huh? And as I'm nosing this more, drinking it, again, I think thought I could have liked this better. 80. Why? It's a little thin, not as complex. A lot more bite. That's what I'm gonna minus points for. A big bite that just lingers. Alcohol is just not balanced well. So there you have it, 84, 80, and that's the score. Subscribe if you like it. Share me your comments if you have tried these two bottles and maybe you have a different score. We'd love to hear what the majority of people will love and like. So I'm trying to put more content out, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna really dive into this. So let me know if you like it, and I'll try to push out at least a video a week, maybe 2, and we're going from there. So thank you for your time, and that's a review.